there really isn't nothing that happens, or there's nothing magical that happens in a new year that changes your experiences from the past year into something magically different in the new year. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hadiza. If this is your first time here, you're welcome to Africa Living with Hadiza. This is 2025. Happy New Year. I'm sorry that I don't seem as excited. I mean, I've been excited for the new year. I've been, happy. Thank God for my life. Thank God for the opportunity to see another year. But as exciting and exhilarating as the energy of a new year might be, there really isn't nothing that happens, or there's nothing magical that happens in a new year that changes your experiences from the past year into something magically different in the new year. And I'm sorry, I don't want to sound like a pessimist. My apologies if I do. But it's very easy to get caught up in that euphoria of, oh, it's a new year, we're starting on a clean slate, it's time to achieve all our goals, it's time to make everything different, it's time to change our lives and all of those things, and you get really pumped and hyped up in that energy, and then the year starts and it's nothing different. It's the same way you feel, it's the same activities, it's the same results, it's the same thing. A new year is basically just sleeping one night and waking up the next. As much as as terrible as that might sound, but it is what it is. Actually just a new day. And for me, right, entering into 2025, of course, I'm not even going to pretend for you guys. I have big goals, I have big dreams, I have things that I really want to achieve in this new year. But I have to remind myself, I keep reminding myself, I have kept reminding myself over the past 3 days of this new year that it is in my daily habits that, big and relevant change happens in my life. Okay, so my makeup was looking terrible, my powder was looking white, and I was looking like Morticia from, the Addams Family, and you people did not say anything. I hope I'm looking better because I've not been able to see myself. So I just keep my fingers crossed that I look better than the first cut. Anyway, what actually happened was my phone went off and I talked for a whole 10 minutes and it was gone with the wind. I have to find a way to check against that this new year. Hopefully I get a camera so I don't have to keep struggling with phone chronicles and having my phone go off, stop recording, and I'm here busy talking. So anyway, I was talking about how the new year is basically just sleeping one day and waking up the next. And I'm not saying this to put a wet blanket on anybody's New Year spirit. I will say that this is basically a message to myself, because I'm that kind of person that tends to get caught up in the whole New Year, new me energy kind of thing, and I'm pumped in the first 2 days of the year. Then by day 3, day 4, week 1, I am back to the normal status quo. I am the same person that I've been from 2020 to 2021 to 2022, and the list goes on. I would say in fairness to myself and in fairness to life and growth, that 2024 was actually a very pivotal year for me growth wise. I felt like I grew more than I've ever grown before. Life really demanded for me to grow because I had a lot of challenges that year, and I welcome challenges, as crazy as it may seem. I mean, going through some of them, I wasn't the happiest, but I realized that those things were pushing me to grow and it was needed. I grew to a point where I realized that I could see the challenges and I could see the solutions. With every challenge that I was presented with, I could see the solution following right behind it. So I would say that I really grew personally in 2024. I am grateful for that. I grew mentally, I grew spiritually, I grew financially, and Physically, no, I can't say that I grew physically. I really abandoned the gym last year, but this year hopefully I can get back on that saddle. So in a nutshell, I'm just trying to tell myself that the secret to major change is hidden in the little daily activities. What happened that my phone went off was that I had this alarm that goes off by 3 o'clock. The purpose of that alarm is like a meditation time, is a downtime for me to sit down and meditate. And let me be honest with you that out of 365 days, if I followed that alarm, I followed it maybe like 10 days, and I know that sometimes I wasn't at home, I didn't have the opportunity to stop what I was doing where I was and meditate, but a lot of times I was, and I just didn't do it because I realized that one of the things I really struggle with is consistency and sticking with something to the end. So I'm saying that to say this. Today, for example, I didn't feel like, recording. I've not really been in the best state of mind since I woke up this morning, and I really didn't feel like, setting up the camera. I went out earlier and I had a bit of makeup done, and I told myself that, okay, let me take advantage of the fact that I have makeup because I want to start looking cute for you guys. The girl is trying to put in some effort. But I told myself that I was going to record when I got back home, and immediately I got back home, I cleaned my face to show you how out of it I was. But when I remembered that I said I was going to record, I'm like, okay, let me just put powder back on, slap on a little bit of lipstick, and hence why I was looking like Morticia in the first clip. But anyway, telling myself that in developing new habits, I have to stick with them, I have to be consistent, and I have to demand that discipline from myself, because if I cannot give it to myself, who is going to give it to me? So I wish all of us an amazing 2025. I know it's going to be a fantastic one as long as we are ready to put into practice all of those things that will make the year a good one for us. So once again, my name is Hadiza. This is Africa Living with Hadiza. If you are a new subscriber, if you're an old subscriber, I want to tell you thank you for being here, and let's just talk about a little bit of what it is that this channel has to offer and what you can look forward to in the new year. So for those of you that have been my old time guys, you've seen this channel go through a lot of flows. One moment we're just purely lifestyle, next moment we're travel, next moment we're talking history, education, and all of those things. And it's like I feel I've been trying to find my feet and my balance here on YouTube. To be very honest, when I started this channel, I wanted it to be purely travel education, like exploring Africa, enjoying myself, immersing myself in all of the beauty, the lifestyle, the travel, and the traditions of Africa. But as you know, it takes money to travel, it takes time to travel, and all of those little things that I really couldn't put together as properly as I wanted to, last year and even upper year. So after a while, the channel kind of morphed into a purely educational channel, like historically educative channel, where we used to talk about African history in 60 seconds and all those videos that I had so much fun making. But after a while, it started becoming like, the channel rather was becoming a purely history channel, and my viewers were more interested in those history stories rather than my travel and lifestyle stories. And while I still love African history and African education, my desire for my channel is to have it as a fusion rather than a standalone thing. In the last video I did, I talked about opening a separate channel, which I already have, but I realized that the challenge of hoisting another channel, creating content for that, cutting, editing, and all of those little things, it's going to be a lot for this baby girl. And I mean, how well have I been able to manage this first channel that I have on my hands before I start to pile another one on? So going forward, we're going back to how it used to be, which is travel, lifestyle, and African education. Hopefully I get to travel a lot this year, and I can merge our education with the sights and sounds of Africa. And it's not just Africa. My hope is to explore the world, see all of the beauty of this world that I live in, because I know that we live in an extremely beautiful world, and it's one of my goals to explore it as much as I can. But one of the reasons why, my channel has always kind of had a focus on Africa, because I feel when it comes to African education, there is a lot of gaps. There are a lot of miseducation and a lot of misinformation, and even we as Africans are very uneducated on the depth and the richness of what is Africa, except the negative content, which is very prevalent everywhere that you look. So as they always say, it takes little drops to fill up the ocean, and I hope that this channel can be one of those little drops that fills up the ocean of the beauty that is Africa, and helping young Africans like myself to restore our faith back in our continent, our country and people, and we can develop a very beautiful humanistic love for who we are. So I want to say thank you so much for watching. If you have watched to this point, thank you so much. I'm pretty starting 2025 on a new slate, because I pretty much lost all of my watch hours last year. YouTube kind of resets itself every 365 days. So I hit 1,000 subscribers last year, but I'm not yet monetized because my watch hours are not up there yet. And with the whole resetting of YouTube, all the watch hours I had last year and the previous year are all gone. But it's all good. I have faith in myself. I have faith in this channel. I have faith in what we're doing, and I know that like a breeze, I'm going to hit my target this year. I'm going to get monetized. I'm going to get a lot more subscribers. A lot more of you are going to join on this journey and have fun with me as we explore Africa for all of the beauty and the richness that it is. So I want to say thank you once again so much for watching. I wish you an incredible freaking exciting and amazing 2025, and I hope you have the strength to incorporate those little habits into your life that will make great change and will make 2025 the best year of your life so far. Thank you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Your love is rated X. That means you're extra